Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to share some end of the semester information with you. So that is going to be what this module is all about. Before we get to that, please do make sure that you check PowerSchool for your up-to-date grades. Okay, so everything we for Chapter 5 has been put into PowerSchool. If you remember, Chapter 5 was due December 9th. Then I extended the deadline and spent the day on Sunday putting all of those grades and updating them. Please keep in mind that you had some questions already about where it says quiz average or homework average. Keep in mind that we had multiple quizzes and multiple homeworks within that chapter. And what I do is take those and average those scores. So some people are saying, well, I got a quiz average grade that I never scored that on a quiz. No, that's correct, because I add them up and divide by the number that are there, and that creates an average, and that's the score that goes in there. Okay, so make sure that you take a look at that. It is updated. What we want to talk about next is our final exam. So the final exam is Thursday, December 17th. Okay, so how this works is that final exam will be on Math Excel. The directions will be there also. The directions are actually in this link, but you will look for it simply just called Algebra 1 Final. It'll be available to you on Thursday, only for Thursday. It is due at the end of the school day on Thursday, which is 3:45 p.m. So you can do it anytime in the day that you'd like, but it does need to be due by 3:45. There is no time limit on it, so you can take as much time as you need. But it does need to be done in one testing session, meaning that if you decide to stop, exit Math Excel, and go back in, that you would want to it'll make you restart the test. So make sure that you've got a chunk of time that you could sit down and take the test. Please keep in mind that there are no retakes on the final exam. Also, we might not want to wait till 3 o'clock on Thursday in case you were to have some Wi-Fi or tech issues. This might be something that as you're creating your schedule for Thursday that you put a little bit earlier in the day. Now, let's move on to how do we prepare for the final exam. Well, I've created a couple of things in this module for you to use as resources. For example, the next thing that we see right here is, I called it the Chapter 5 assessment. Now, what I've done is create a Chapter 5 assessment and put the hard copy right here where it says Chapter 5 PDF. The reason why I did that is that, Math Excel creates a unique test for every person, and basically it's the same problem just with different numbers in it. What I did then was create a video, and the video had to be put into parts because we can only do a certain amount of time on a video with all these graphics. So I took the test and I broke it into segments, and I went through and explained each and every problem. So if you wanted to either print out or have this PDF available and then work through watching the videos here, or maybe work through it and then check yourself using the videos, that is a resource to get ready for the final, because we just took that Chapter 5 assessment and that'll help you review. Chapter 5 was one of the biggest chapters that we've done this semester, so obviously there's going to be a good amount of content from Chapter 5. Now, a whole overall view of the final is your review for the final exam. You have a homework in Math Excel called Review for Final Exam Homework. I did a very similar process to what I did over here for the assessment. I went through and I created a Math Excel review for the final homework, and I just made it into a PDF, which you can access right here. And then I went through each and every problem, explaining each and every problem in detail with the steps, and created videos so you can take your time, go back and look at it again if you need to. Okay? I'm going to ask that you work on doing that and doing the problems and looking at the videos first. That should be something that you do on your own. That way you can rule out, hey, what problems do I know and what problems do I not know? We then have 2 Zoom sessions that you can ask questions. We can ask questions December 15th, which is Tuesday at noon, and then December 16th, which is Wednesday at noon. Okay? Please make sure that if you're coming to one of those Zoom sessions to ask questions, that you have already watched whichever video that you have a question about, whether it is the Chapter 5 assessment that you have a question on, that content, or all chapters 1 through 5 review for the final exam. Okay? Please note that there is no Zoom on December 17th because that's the final exam day. Okay? We don't Zoom on days that we have testing sessions because everyone could be taking that test at a little bit different at times. So to make sure that the playing field is even for everyone, there is no test that day. All right, Canvas, message me if you have any questions. Thank you.